Alright, hello everyone, and welcome back to Shadowrun. Alright, after collecting your feedback, we're going to say that in character, Rihanna was finally able to convince Joshua, at length, with discussion and other favors, that he was going to finally give her clearance to focus on spending the group's collective nuyen in order to finally upgrade the much beleaguered cyberdeck, which is still some puny little, Allegiance Alpha with barely any power for itself. Now, there are quite a few choices available as far as cyberdecks go, and it would make sense at this point to actually do a little bit of shopping. And there are two different major stores where you can take a look at what kind of cyberware, equipment, and software is available. Alright, there's this store here, Microtronics. You can get software. This is a CyberShack PCD, which is probably slightly better than what we got for 5,000 nuyen. That's chump change. You can get a Fuji Cyber 5, which is 25,000 nuyen, which is fairly pricey, or a Sega CTY 360, 60,000 nuyen. As you can see, the stats vary. Hardening and response, you want those to be higher. MPCP, that affects how much you can actually upgrade the deck itself. Obviously, the higher that is, the better. And that includes for not only that, but the memory, the storage, and the load speed as well. All of these statistics affecting how your software runs. And these are the actual upgrades that your deck can have. I don't think we can get any extra storage. Can we get extra memory? Yes. Well, that's nice. And you can, this is the same thing, based off the MPCP, the 4 basic essentials of body, helps resist attacks from hostile ice, evasion allows you to evade incoming ice programs and commands, masking, useful when you're trying to use tracer and identification programs, and allows persona to detect things on the matrix sensors, it helps with analyze. You want to upgrade all of these, and these are just your MPCP repair chips. They're fine. If you get forcibly jacked out of the matrix, these can be destroyed, and you will not have to be, you won't, as we saw before, earlier, you won't be able to access the matrix until you get them repaired, so that's what that does. And that's the manual upgrades, and then there's the cyberware itself. So, 5,000 is not even really worth it for this CyberShack. Fuji Cyber 5 is pretty nice, but 25k, that's attainable, as we obviously have saved up 20k for our 20,000 for our Maglock Passkey. 60,000, which is kind of pricey, but it's the best cyber deck that they have. So that's what the CyberShack has. Another thing we can look for here is to go over to the Puyallup Barrens, to you-know-where, Sketchy McSketchertown, because we want to find out just how much the stuff that they're selling is going for. So let's take a look. You approach a sickly pale elf with an old SimSense unit strapped to the base of his skull. Eventually his eyes focus at some point close to where you are standing. He drones out a monotone sales pitch as he shows you his collection. Alright, you can get other programs here. Alright, wow, he's got some very high-end cyber decks, including the Fuji Cyber 7, and the Fairlight Excalibur. Wow, 125,000 and 250,000 nuyen respectively. Speaking out of character, these are the most expensive items in the game. Good cyber decks. Lots and lots of money. But more power than you really know what to do with. And on top of all that, if you actually do manage to save up enough money to buy one of these things, you probably have to spend just as much upgrading everything on it. So that's fun. And, you know, these upgrades are all fairly standard. The difference really is just what programs are being sold and the actual cyber decks for sale. As you can see, Joshua would take one look at those prices and practically choke, considering just how much money is involved there. So he's just thinking, you know, how are they possibly going to pull this off? The group has 304 nuyen. This could take a very long time to do. Ah! Angry orcs are gone. So, Joshua is thinking it would probably be a good idea, for the time being, to take his old buddies Stark out for a run, because he's thinking of two different things. First off, there are really two good ways that he knows to make as much money as possible doing Shadowruns, and that's either running the Matrix, obviously, and stealing files, doing Matrix runs, and also by running the Corpse, which he knows how to do. However, if he's going to be running the Corpse, he'll obviously need a group healer. Now, he could go for the extra firepower angle by getting Stark to join up with the group, considering he's a very powerful samurai as well. However, Joshua is kind of hesitant, and he's also looking into contacts as well. This is the contacts that was given to us by, let's see, Julius Strowther. He has info on Hollywood, he sells frag grenades, assault rifles, and he actually offers a rigger contact. That's interesting. Alessandro Hobbs was where we got the passkey from. We heard about him from, I believe, it was Mortimer Reed. Max we got from Bigger and Jarl. We've used his services before. His goods are a bit pricey, but he has corp badges for 6,000. Not really profitable, though. Wilma Temenhoff is selling level 3 rebound and degrade special software for 5,000 apiece. Professor Jesperson we got from one of the other Shadowrunners. So, it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4. There's one person that we haven't got contacts from yet, and that would be our elven friend. Whose name slips my mind right now. He's one of the Mr. Johnsons in the game. He's actually the high-end fellow. Let's look him up again. It would be Caleb Brightmore. Upper-level Johnson, who specializes in Matrix runs, can be contacted in the Icarus Descending in downtown Seattle. So, he'll have contacts as well, which Joshua would probably be quite interested in pursuing. So, let's visit him and take a look. Alright, we are allowed to go in at this point. We've built our reputation enough. It's good to see you again, Joshua Sib. How can I help you? We're looking for some information. All you must do is ask. I will answer as best I can. I also have some contacts who may help, but I have to offer them something to show you are serious. They require 2,000 nuyen up front before I can give you any numbers. Alright, well, that's interesting. Let's look at these contacts. I have a few powerful friends who could give you a hand. The first name is Sergeant Chillicott, my Lone Star contact. He can make things simpler for you whenever the Lone Star has some pull. Next is Kip David, a high-placed corporate decker. He has extensive knowledge of corp systems and may even have a few black market icebreakers. Are you interested in either? Well, we are, but we need 4,000 nuyen before we can actually purchase these contacts from him. So that is not something that we're going to be able to do right now. What Joshua and Rihanna need to do is do some Shadowruns and make some money. So let's do that. I'd like to go into matchsticks, please. Alright, looking for some work. He's just offering a delivery run that's not even really going to pay the taxi bill or the entry fee. Lone Star Security in the Penumbra District. A package was taken from a courier mine. Get the package and bring it back to me. I will then pay you 1,050 nuyen. Now that is something that Joshua can get behind, because frankly he has been so sick of Lone Star lately that any opportunity he can get to cause them some trouble would just fill him with glee. Now, unfortunately, we don't really have enough spare nuyen to hire on a healer like Walking Bear, but Joshua is fairly confident, considering the firepower and skills that him and Rihanna have, that they will not be needing her assistance for this Shadowrun. So let's break into Lone Star for the first time. Walk into the reception area, punch some guy, oh no, there's a heart attack, and we sneak in. And we already find 150 nuyen just sitting in the safe right there. Let's walk on in. 2 frag grenades. Oh sure, the police get to play with them, but not us. Let's take a look. 4 stim patches. Very specific. Uh-oh, this is a hallway. Careful. Oh, this looks hazardous. Let's get out of here. Alright, this seems a bit safer. Alright, let's go over this way. Nothing. And a cyber terminal. And I'm reasonably sure... Well, actually, there is something we can do. Let's have Rihanna just enter the system. She doesn't actually have to hack into it. But I think if she can actually manage to... Ooh, she can't do anything against that. Not with the crap that Joshua's given her. We might be able to access the Lone Star system from outside their place. Like, we'll remember their... Oh dear, security guard. Let's talk our way out of it, and we try a lame story with no success. Please stop that, sir. Thank you. Well, at least the cops know we're here. And at least they know we care. And isn't that really what's important? Oh, let's not look at the security camera too long, eh? Well, he's kind of trapped in there, so why don't I just leave him there? There's no real reason to go up and talk to them. You find nothing. Wow, that's a lot of security. Alright, Josh was gonna fall back. Rihanna, it'd be really great if you helped me with this. Reload. Very good. 100 new yen, not bad. 250 new yen. Wow, apparently the police have a lot of money laying around. Good for them. You know, I mean, it shows taxpayer money at work. Now we got a security camera over here. Aha! But here's the security terminal. Alright, we shut down the alarms and the security cameras. And now we know where this thing is. Now hopefully Rihanna will be able to hack her way through this and figure out what floor our fun little package will be on. Hello? Nope, nothing yet. Keep on hacking, Rihanna. Oh, I think she has a skill of 6 or something really absurd like that. Second floor, that's what we're looking for. Let's move out. There were 2 elevators I saw. This one's closer, so we might as well just use this one. How many floors do they have? Only 3. Only 3 floors in Lone Star. Alright. Knock knock. $50 million. Not bad. We are police officers. You managed to convince him you misplaced it. He seems satisfied and moves on. Wow, apparently we are police officers. Well, we don't look like very typical police officers, Rihanna, but you know, apparently we look good enough, at least for that guy. Wow, we are passing by a lot of security guards. Let's hope they don't spot us. That would be inconvenient. Anyone coming down this way? No. Whoop! You find nothing. Alright, this way. You also find nothing. Hey, the package we're looking for! Now we have to get out of here without setting off another alarm. Oh hey, another security terminal. Well, now we know where it is on the second floor. That's convenient. I'm in the middle of a bunch of hallways. Not really that accessible, but we can work with something like that. Hello? You find nothing. Alright, security guard going the other way. Let's just take the elevator down and get the heck out of here. Alright, hopefully we won't run into a patrol. We can cut through this office here. Anybody coming this way? Doesn't look like it. On we go. I wonder if it actually refills the safe. No, it doesn't. Alright, well, so long, Lone Star. I'd say that went fairly well, all told. Always feels good when a mission goes fairly smoothly, especially when it's about putting the damn coppers on their place. Josh was happy with a mission like that, and he got to see what the inside of the Lone Star headquarters looks like. That's always fun. Yes, I'd like to go in. Looks like you made it through that run. Let me get this out of the way. Goods exchanged. And you got any more work? Employee of Fuchi Industrial Electronics in the Penumbra District needs help. 595 million. It's not really worth the money at this point, when you really think about it. I mean, Joshua might do it every now and then just because he likes it, to run against Fuchi and Mitsuhama, but unless they start offering decent prices, then what's the point? Ooh, Ares! I've never done a run against them. Ares corporate offices in the Puyallup Barrens. Ellis Goodson wishes for a change in career. Unfortunately, his current employer frowns upon this. Assist my client with his professional growth. Return here to receive full compensation for your services. 1,000 nuyen. Yes, please. Be more than happy to accept that deal. Now, what does that leave us at? 1,734 nuyen? I don't think that's enough to hire Walking Bear, unfortunately, so we're gonna have to do without her again. But I think that we can manage just fine, all things considered. How are we doing on karma? One more run, let's say. We do have some spare medkits, don't we? And we've got some junk circulating on our person. It probably would be a good idea just to visit the hospital real quick, have Ivana patch up our light physical wounds, and go sell this junk at the weapons store in the... Oh, I don't even know what the hell it's called. Where Renraku is. Well, you know what? Let's go there and figure it out. See you later, Ivana. Hope you're doing good. Say hi to the family. Weapons World! One of Joshua's favorite places. Alright, we're gonna sell these frag grenades and this stim patch. Hey, we're at even 2,000 now, not bad. More frag grenades and another predator. Not bad at all. The Renraku Arcology, that's what they call it. Now, we have never been in this particular structure either. So let's pop in and cause a little racket. First, let's get the proper weapons out to deal with corporate security and be on our way. You create a diversion and slip into the office building. Now comes the hard part, finding your quarry and escaping with everyone intact. Nothing here. You find 4 concussion grenades. That's interesting. I haven't seen those in a long time. 2 frag grenades. Well, I mean, this is Ares corporate headquarters, major weapon manufacturer and distributor, so it shouldn't really be that surprising that we're finding grenades all over the place. Alright. Cyber terminal. No safe. I almost said chest. Like this is some kind of fantasy world. Well, it is really, but you know, it's not the point. There we go. Find nothing, but we do find a security terminal, which Rihanna can hack to pieces. Well, the alarm system wasn't going off, so that's not really that useful. Alright, alarm system down, security cameras down. That's good. However, we want to find out, as always, what floor our quarry is on, and this is one of the fastest and most efficient ways. In order to do that, you can also find similar information, or you can actually set up the alarm accidentally. There we go. If it goes off for just a short time, it usually will not give away your position to the local patrolling security guards, which is excellent, really, because nobody likes to deal with angry security guards, except for Joshua's second floor. That is good to know. Now, it looked like the elevator was over here. Sure enough, and it was guarded by security cameras, so it's a good thing we hacked it open. And before we go into the second floor, it looks like it goes up 4 floors. That's good to know. So let's take a tour, see if we can find who we're looking for, and maybe a little extra while we're at it. Well, here's the man we're looking for. Hey, there you are, let's go, my new employer's waiting. Well, he seems happy to leave, and we're happy to take 150 million. I suppose we could continue waltzing around in here, but you know, why look a good opportunity slip away from you? Let's get out of here. Alright, we see a security guard patrolling over in that direction. Security mage. We're executives. You barely convince him you misplaced it. Suspicious, he decides to check in with dispatch. Dispatch verifies his check and he waves you by. We are executives! Hooray! Executive transvestite. What? We're still executives. This seems to work surprisingly well. Frighteningly well, even. Everyone seems to believe that the gun-toting Shadowrunners are corporate executives. Goodbye! So you exit the building, and Northrop PRC 42 Wasp descends to land in front of you. Typically, one-seated copter has been modified to include a second. The rigger pilot straps in your man, gives you the thumbs up, sleekly disappears into the sky. You calmly, so as not to attract attention, stroll up to collect your payment. Like a boss. Well, that was one of the few corp runs that we've done where we did not encounter any hostile forces. I mean, we encountered plenty of security guards, but we managed to talk our way out of every single problem that we could have encountered. So that's good. That's a positive step, you know, no one having to die. I mean, Joshua likes to fight, but he doesn't necessarily like killing. That's not really true, but that's what he tells the psychiatrist anyway. Let's go to downtown and collect our paycheck. Yes, I'd like to go in. Yes, here's your bribe. Hello. Looking for some more work. Moderate Matrix run. Local SimSense company supposedly has a new SimSense lineup that this fall that may threaten certain corporations. Bring me info on this. 2,600 million. Again, unfortunately, probably does not have the cyberware yet to actually be able to do something against that kind of thing. Orc Gang, Rat's Nest? No. We want something a little bit better than that. We could go back to Ares corporate offices and try to get a package for 1,100 million. You know what? Fine. Joshua figured, the first run went so easy, why not do a second? And on top of that, before he does, I figured him and Rihanna should have a little personal time at the nearby... Oh god, it's security. Talk to them. We answer the questions, they go away, they somehow don't care that we're carrying legal submachine guns without a permit. Is that the kind of professionals that Lone Star are? Alright, just looking for a place to crash. Easy money, chummer. Yeah, we'll pay. Everything's cool. Alright, Reputation 6. There we go. This is kind of a hallmark. Hitting Reputation 6 will make it so you can get into pretty much anywhere you need to go. And you'll also have... gosh, what is it? You won't have to pay for most things, actually. Your reputation is just that high. As for Rihanna, let's increase her computer skills, because she's going to be using them soon enough, and that is kind of what she does. Other than, fighting, of course. Okay. So, to the Ares corporate offices, this time to get a package rather than a person. And once we've earned this money, we can actually buy the 2 contacts that Caleb Brightmore told us about. Which should be interesting, and I think would actually mean we have all the contacts that the 5 Shadowrunners that we know of in Seattle can offer. Now, there are other contacts, and we could probably get them by talking to the gangs. There are 3 gangs, as we may remember. One would be the Orc Gang, one would be the Halloweeners, and one the I-5ers. All pretty disreputable folks, but Joshua's a bit out of their league. And I think that they know that, considering how many times he shut up their joints. Not even really for the money, just for fun. Since he generally hates gangs quite a bit. I remember the security terminal being back here, so we're gonna have to risk getting shit, never mind. We need to get the right weapons out if we're gonna be dealing with these chumps. Nicely done. Well, that was our mistake. We did not remember the floor layout properly. And just think, these poor security guards had to die because of it. Poor fellas. Alright, we shut down the alarm system so we don't have to worry about the noise pollution. We find 200 million. Yana, please do your thing. Alright, security cameras are down. However, this is a 4-story building, and we might as well set off the alarm again, just for gags. And Josh would rather not have to search every single floor, because that could get a bit tedious. He'd rather get right to the damn point. And if some security guards in the way have to get blasted, well, that's just, operating hazards. Alarm system? Nada. Come on, give me something. Or don't. Just say screw it and you don't need to get in here. I think they might have increased the security on these terminals. These security terminals, as you were, are extra secure. More so than in the past. Inhibiting Rihanna from getting the information. First floor! All this time spent hacking away, and it's probably right in the next room. Not really surprising. Yep. Next room. That's how it works. Joshua's just going to take a deep breath. Let that one go. Bye, everyone. I'm pretty sure they had a terminal there. Okay, maybe not. Now you'll notice something when we go to the matchsticks. Instead of having to pay the rip-off of 150 million entry fee, now there will be something considerably different waiting for us. Hey Joshua, you've been on a lot of people's lips lately. I'd be careful if I were you, because some of those people are inside. Step this way. Haha, we don't have to pay anymore.
No.
Here's your package. Thanks for the run. Lone Star Security, get another package for 1,000 million. You know what? You know what?
No.
Fine. I can do that. However, before we go run off to play package delivery, or package retrieval again, we've saved up over 4,000 million. Let's get those contacts from Caleb Brightmore and talk to them. Like to go in. Yeah, you're a human, no one likes you. I understand. Well, actually, let's see if Caleb knows any more about what we're talking about. What do you know about someone named Thon? Ah, yes, he's mentioned this before, actually. Never mind. Contacts. Alright, hook me up with a Corp Decker. Caleb deducts the amount from your cred stick and borrows your pocket secretary. As soon as we're done, I'll set things up. This number is ready for use. Other contacts. I could use a good Lone Star contact. And he says the same thing. Alright, very good, Caleb. Good doing business with you. We'll talk to you later. Alright, now before we go create trouble for Lone Star, let's do the reasonable thing and make a few calls. Let's first call Kip David. An eternity passes as the vid phone beeps the other end. Finally, Kip connects. I'm kinda busy. Can we do this another time? Come on, Kip. I'd like to procure your services. He sighs. Yeah, alright. Only if it'll be quick. I'm working on a really whiz program, and I don't want to lose my train of thought. So I suppose you want to know the secrets of Matrix running the corpse? Or I could sell you a couple of programs I just finished. Or are you interested in the hottest cyberdeck on the market? Well, first tell us about the Matrix. Check. Since you're a friend of Caleb's, I'll fork over the info. first thing to know about corp systems is that they are juiced up to the max. The corps have all the money in the world, so every one of their systems is pretty much maxed out. And they're not fools, because they have people like me working for them. A lot of the sloppy system construction you've seen earlier does not happen here. The key to the corps is high-powered software and a lot of skill. Without both of those, the black ice will fry you so fast it will make your deck spin. And again, Joshua does not doubt Rihanna's skill, he doubts the software and cyberware that she has. Or not the cyberware, the cyberdeck. Tell us about these experimental programs. You may have heard of my latest inventions. They're called Rebound and Degrade. Yes, we have, actually. I've heard some lower hackers have been pirating my earlier versions, but I've improved them. They are much better than before. In case you haven't heard of them, Rebound bounces the enemy ice's attack back at it, allowing you to do more damage in less time. Degrade attacks the node's security rating, making all programs more effective. The cost is 30,000 nuyen each. Well, let's talk about a different subject. Alright, what about this cyberdeck? I've got a small supply of one of the rarest things in the sprawl, a Fairlight Excalibur deck. It is awesome. Nothing can touch it, unless you believe the propaganda Fuchi is spreading. I'd be willing to part with it for 185,000 nuyen. That is actually a good deal. That was the most expensive cyberdeck we saw at the crime mall for 250,000 nuyen. So there you go, a discount of 65,000 nuyen, which is actually a bit more money than the best cyberdeck that Microtronics has for sale. Let's talk about a different subject. And, yep, tell us a bit more about the Natrix. Nice chatting with you. Goodbye. You are disconnected without another word. So there we go. We know where to get a somewhat cheaper Fairlight Excalibur, even though it is still exceedingly expensive. Let's call Sergeant Chillicut. The dim screen of the vidphone identifies itself. Detective Chillicut. To whom am I speaking? Identify yourself and tell him Caleb sent you. I see. This is my private line, so you don't have to worry about security leaks. Go ahead, I don't have all day. I'd like to procure your services. I suppose you have some trouble with Lone Star you want me to deal with. Or do you need my help entering Hollywood Correctional? Or perhaps you need a weapon permit. What about the criminal record? Need another chance, do you? It'll cost you 50,000 nuyen for processing fees. You want me to do it? No. Okay, so we can delete our criminal record for 50,000 nuyen. A bit pricey, but cool. I need your help getting into Hollywood Correctional. Funny.